Imagine being 16 years old, still in high school, still growing, still years away from your physical prime. Now imagine lining up against an Olympian and running 3 minutes 53 seconds for the mile. That's not hype. That's not exaggeration. That's exactly what Sam Ruth just did. And the scary part, and the conditions weren't even good. The race took place at the Cook's Classic in New Zealand. In the field was Olympian and training partner Sam Tanner. On paper, it looked like a strong domestic race. In reality, it became one of the most shocking teenage performances we've ever seen. But maybe we shouldn't be surprised, because in the weeks leading up to this race, Ruth had already been on a tear. He ran 1 minute 45 seconds for 800 meters, a world best age performance in the 1000. 13:40 for 5K, 3:38 for 1,500 meters, and he wasn't doing this in perfect conditions. He was running solo, in the rain and heavy wind. Something big was coming, and the gunfires, and the pacer absolutely sends it. First lap, high 55 seconds. That is world record territory pace. That's the kind of split you see from legends like Hicham El Guerrouj. For a teenage race outdoors, completely absurd. They hit 800 meters in 1 minute 55 seconds. The pacer is done. He steps off. Now it's just the 16-year-old and the Olympian. Ruth takes the lead. Tanner tucks in right behind him, saving energy, waiting. The third lap slows slightly. You can feel the tension building. You know it's coming down to the bell. The bell rings. Everything changes. They are shoulder to shoulder. Down the backstretch, Ruth runs straight into the wind. Tanner stays patient. Inside lane. Perfect position. With 150 meters to go, it's all out. No fear, no hesitation. Tanner edges ahead late. Teacher over student. But the clock? Let that sink in. 3:53. At 16 years old, the previous world best mile by a 16-year-old belonged to Cameron Myers. Before that, Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Yes, that Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Ruth didn't just break the record, he crushed it. But here's where it gets historic. And in 1965, Ryun ran 3 minutes 55 seconds at 18 years old. That stood for 36 years. Then in 2001, Alan Webb ran 3 minutes 53.43 seconds at 18. Those performances are legendary in high school track history. Sam Ruth just ran 3 minutes 53 seconds at 16. 2 years younger, he hasn't even finished high school yet. If he were American, he'd already rank among the greatest high school milers ever. And he's not even close to his physical peak. And here's the part nobody is talking about enough. The conditions weren't ideal. Strong winds all day. On the backstretch, runners were running into a wall of air. That makes pacing brutal. That makes closing fast incredibly difficult. And yet, he closes in roughly 56 seconds after going through 155 at 800 in the wind. That's not normal development, that's generational talent. Most 16-year-olds are still building their aerobic base, still learning how to race, still years away from their best performances. Ruth is already running times comparable to the greatest teenage milers in history. And now, he's heading to the United States for indoor races. Indoor tracks mean controlled conditions, no wind. If he can run 3:53 outdoors in tough weather, what happens indoors? 3:52? It suddenly doesn't sound impossible. We throw around the word prodigy too easily in sports, but this qualifies. Because when you compare him to history, when you look at the age, the progression, the context, there's a serious argument that Sam Ruth is the greatest middle distance prospect we've ever seen. And he's just getting started. The mile might never look the same again, and we are watching it happen in real time.